practicing more commands, but this time we're going to be practicing it with pronouns and what you have to do when you attach pronouns. Hopefully, this is kind of a review and you remember most of it. So, for the positive to command, remember you have to go to the el, ella, usted form of the verb in the regular present tense. So, publica. For the negative to, you have to go to the yo, drop the o, add the opposite ending. This is a car, gar, zar, so I do have to change it to q-u-e, and I add an s because it's the to. For usted, go to the O, drop the O, add the opposite ending, publique, and if it's negative, no publique. For ustedes, just make it plural, publiquen or no publiquen. For nosotros, make it nosotros, so publiquemos or no publiquemos. For volver, for the positive to command, the el, ella, usted form of the verb in the regular present tense, so vuelve. For the to negative, go to the O, drop the O, add the opposite ending, vuelvas, because it's to. For the usted, vuelva or no vuelva. For the ustedes, I was just copying that, vuelvan or no vuelvan. And for nosotros, this is an ER verb, which means it does not stem change in the nosotros form. So it's just going to be volvamos. Okay, for traducir, the positive to command is the regular el, ella, usted in the present tense. The to negative go to the yo. The yo is like conocer, so the yo is going to be traduzco. Drop the o, add the opposite ending, becomes traduzcas for to. For usted, traduzca or no traduzca. Ustedes, traduzcan or no traduzcan. For nosotros, traduzcamos or no traduzcamos. Okay, now we have bañarse. Bañarse has a reflexive pronoun. So when we do the positive to command, we need the el, ella, usted form of the verb, which is baña, and then we have to attach the pronoun at the end. So since it's a to, the reflexive pronoun is going to be te. So bañate, and when I attach a pronoun at the end, I have to add an accent, and I add an accent on the second to last vowel or the second to last syllable of the verb itself. So ignoring the pronoun, the verb is baña. The second to last vowel or second to last syllable has the accent. So bañate, bathe yourself. For the negative command, no, and then my pronoun goes first. So no te, and then the negative to command, go to the o, drop the o, add the opposite ending, so it's going to be an e ending with an s. No te bañes, don't bathe yourself. For the usted command, positive, so we're going to have bañe, because that's the opposite ending, and the usted reflexive pronoun is se. I have to attach an accent on the second to last vowel or second to last syllable of the verb itself. So bañese, bathe yourself. Whoa, whoops. Okay. And then for the negative command, no, and then the pronoun no se bañe. For the ustedes, it's going to be very similar, but it's just going to be plural. So bañense with an accent, and no se bañen. Bathe yourselves, don't bathe yourselves. For the nosotros command, it gets a little bit tricky. So for the positive command, we're going to go to the opposite ending, bañemos, and then our reflexive pronoun for nosotros is nos. But this is a little clunky in Spanish, so they actually take out this S. So what it becomes is bañémonos. And then we have to add an accent on the second to last vowel or second to last syllable of the verb itself. So the verb is bañemos. Second to last vowel is this E, so bañémonos. Let's take a bath or let's bathe. If you've ever watched Dora the Explorer, you know that she says come on vamonos a lot. It's actually because the positive command for nosotros is vamos, but since we take off the S, it becomes vamonos with an accent on the second to last vowel. Okay, a little bit of practice with other pronouns. So the reflexive pronouns, remember, are things you do to yourself. We also have other forms of pronouns. We have the direct object pronouns, and remember we have the Lady Gaga song. So me te lo y la, nos os los y las, me te lo y la, direct object pronouns. And remember the direct object pronoun replaces the direct object, which answers who or what about the verb. So I have the flyers, Enrique, distribute them. Them is your direct object pronoun because it's replacing the flyers. I don't want to say I have the flyers. Enrique, distribute the flyers. I just say distribute them. Molly, don't distribute them. So remember, the flyers is los volantes. So Enrique, I'm going to use a to command because I'm familiar with him. So I'm going to do the él, ella, usted form of the verb. Distribuye is the él, ella, usted form of the verb. And then I need to attach my direct object pronoun for them. Los volantes is masculine and plural, so I'm going to use los. Distribuye los. And then I have to add an accent on the second to last vowel of the verb itself. If I was going to say don't distribute them, I would say no, and then I have my pronoun first. And I need my negative to command, so I need to go to the yo, drop the o, add the opposite ending, and an s. So no los distribuyas, don't distribute them. This is if I'm using a direct object pronoun. I can also use the indirect object pronoun, which remember is very similar to the direct object pronoun. It's me, te, le, nos, and les. And this says to whom or for whom about the verb. So tell him the secret. The secret is my direct object. Him is my indirect object. So to whom am I telling the secret? To him. So sisters is going to be an ustedes command, and to tell a secret you use decir. So I need my ustedes command for decir. Go to the yo, drop the o, add the opposite ending. The yo is digo. The ustedes command is digan. And then to him is going to be le for my indirect object pronoun. So digan le el secreto. And then I have to add an accent on the second to last vowel or second to last syllable. So digan le el secreto. No, don't tell him the secret. No, and then my pronoun first. No le digan el secreto. Okay. Now what do we do if we have both of them in the same sentence? If we have both indirect object pronoun and direct object pronoun in the same sentence. So indirect object, me, te, le, nos, les. Direct object, me, te, lo, y la, nos, os, los, y las. If I have them both in the same sentence, then the indirect object pronoun always comes first. So I want the apple. Students, give it to me. Remember, the apple is la manzana. So we have a direct object, which is it, which is the apple, and then we have an indirect object, which is to me. So the indirect object pronoun always goes first. So I need the ustedes command for give, which is dar. So the ustedes command for dar is den, and then my indirect object pronoun to me. So I'm going to use me. My direct object pronoun la manzana. So I'm going to use la. Den me la. I need to attach an accent. If I wanted to say don't give it to me, I would say no, me, la, den. Okay, she wants the apple. Don't give it to her. So here, no. I have my direct object, which is it. My indirect object is to her. So my indirect object pronoun is going to be le. My direct object pronoun is still going to be la. So my indirect object pronoun always goes first. So I would say no, le, la, den. But in Spanish, they don't like to have the same sound twice. So you can't say la. So you actually, if you have an indirect object pronoun and a direct object pronoun that are both in the slipper, so that both start with L, you have to change the indirect object pronoun to se. So this becomes no, se la den. Or if I wanted to say give it to her, I would say den, se, la with an accent. So if you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks.